Well, good evening, and welcome again. I'm the Gaming Geezer, Frank Fry, and this is a video response to Lee Patterson, aka GM Juice, who asked today, when did the systems, i.e. the gaming systems, become so important? And apparently having to do with rules lawyering. Well, here is my take on that. Okay. First of all, I've been doing RPGs since around 1977. Damn, that's a long time. And when I first started out, you created your own. You ran your own adventures. You created them. Then eventually you started getting to the point where you started getting published modules, and that was okay, I guess. And so more and more people leaning on the published modules so they could run them for their friends. I saw one time something that really appalled me at the time, and that is I saw an entire D&D campaign come to a screeching halt because the next module wasn't out yet. What? As a game master, you don't have enough imagination to come up with some stuff in between that? I was really kind of appalled, basically. But what I wanted to tell and answer your questions, Juice, is there's just several things I see. I'm sure there's a lot more, but here's what I see. First of all, we're getting now a lot more people that are coming in from computer gaming. Computer gaming is really, no matter what they may say, it's still win-loss, and they're coming in with the win-loss mentality, the competitive mentality, where it's no longer an experiential thing. You know, it's no longer an experiential mode of play to them. They look at it as a competition, winner, loser. So as a result, they bone up on the rules. And the rules are very important to them because, well, you know, it's the rules. It's where rules lawyers come from. That's why rules lawyers exist. They become obsessed with this because they don't really see the game as any kind of experience, any kind of growth or adventure, exploration. It's just a flat-out competition. They're going to beat that game master. They're going to beat that game. And I think that's a great deal of it. And also, I see the same thing, and I've mentioned this before, comes out of the Warhammer 40K or school, or the Games Workshop school of competitive gaming. But that's really all it is. It's not about much of anything else. Warhammer or Warhammer 40K, it's about winning and losing. Now their RPGs are pretty good. Let me just throw that in there. But again, we come back to the whole idea of the rules lawyer. Why are these systems so important? Because in many respects, that's the only way that people relate to them. Important, I mean, this is like, oh, look, here are the rules. The rules say I can do this, or the rules don't really define this. So I guess I can do it, And the game master, gets into a hell of an argument. Quite frankly, players like that, I'll tell you now, leave my table, do me and the other players a favor, and go away. Find something else you may be more interested in. But how do you do this? I mean, how do you put a stop to the rules lawyering? Well, the first thing I do, and I will tell everybody this, own the table. Own the game. And what I mean by that is, that's yours. You brought these people together. You're running this game. It's your game. That's exactly what it is. It's your game. I don't know how much more I can stress this. The second thing I do, and I've done this before, and I'll keep right on doing it, is I'll usually put my game books on the table next to me and then make the announcement, these are the only books that are relevant. in this game. Everybody else, just keep yours in your bag. Don't go diving in to look stuff up, because unless I ask you to. Now, they've done that as well. Hey, could you look this up for me? And that's okay. I don't mind a little help. But people who sit there for, can he do this? No, shut your damn book. And if you don't like it, go away. And I think that's what you really have to do. You have to establish yourself as the game master. And this is my game. Now, one of the other problems is you get a lot of people that are so into or maybe only have time for the modules, the pre-written modules. It's a little difficult to establish those credentials when you're up there flipping through the module going, okay, guys, here on page 27, it says you go to, now, and especially, too, if you got people around that table that have already read the modules, they're like, okay, yeah, don't worry, we're about to encounter the purple chromatic Elvis dragon or whatever it is. So you've taken that element of surprise out of there. But you have to be authoritative. Now, don't be a dictator, for God's sakes. Don't yell, because I said you couldn't. In fact, this is going to shock you, but one of the other things I'll throw in for free is never tell your players no. Never tell your players, no, you can't do this, because that also sets up the adversarial relationship. So that the first thing they want to do is grab that GM's guide and go, hey, wait a minute. According to this, yes, I can. But if you just say, yeah, you can do that, but, yes, but, you say, well, I want to go in and I'm going to kill a big evil tyrant. All right, yes, you can do that. But there are consequences, and make sure all your players understand. And for their characters, actions have consequences. And I think once you establish that, okay, we're good, But above all else, establish that you are running the game in a gentle way, in an authoritative way, not an authoritarian way, but just, I'm running the game. Establish that. Establish communications. Make sure everybody understands what's going on. Get them talking among themselves or talking with you. Make them feel like they're part, that they're part of it. And fine. And of course, as I said before, take the authoritarian stance. Be in charge, but not over the top about it. Okay, well, that's about it. That's what I wanted to do. And GM Juice, Lee Patterson, tell you right now, buddy, you're a hell of a game master, and I hope that you enjoy this. Okay? Have fun playing.